Hello, my friends. So, I was up here and I decided to come for a walk slash jog. And anybody who decides they want to come with me or join me, just understand that this 3 miles has been a lot more walking than running. But I wanted to be real with y'all for a second. So, anybody who knows me knows that I have worked really hard. I put my lupus in remission, and this week, a little bit of last week, I started having huge flare, like ginormous. Yesterday it was really hard to walk. Today it was so bad that inside my classroom I was actually sitting on the floor to grade my papers because it hurt too bad to sit in a chair. So, I'm not a quitter. I'm not somebody who lets that defeat me, but it's gotten the best of me, and I think a lot of it is stress. I'm teaching 2 grades, virtually 2 grades that I'm not familiar with, one that I've never taught, one that has a lot of new material, a lot of new stuff. I have a new G-Baby, which is phenomenal. My house is absolutely atrocious. If I had children at my house, I'm pretty sure DSS would come and take them. Don't come take my dogs. You won't want them. They're spoiled rotten. But I'm just saying, I'm in a predicament. So I decided I was just going to walk because I can do that. And I listened to some motivational speeches. And I heard a lot of great points. And I feel like God just put it on my heart that somebody else might need to hear this too. So the first one was this: that in life, you're either in a fight, just got out of a fight, or you're getting ready to face a fight. And there's lots of people who are fighting a lot of bad stuff right now, both emotionally, physically, spiritually even. And the statement that was made is, when you're in a fight, if your fight is your life and you run from the fight, then you're running from your life. You're missing out. And that just struck me. I mean, because I've always been a fighter and I've always been somebody who faces stuff head on, but I've also tried to push stuff under and not let people in or not let people know that I'm fighting because I don't want to seem weak. And you know what? That's part of life. And that's where I'm at. The other thing, which was phenomenal, I mean, this is like eye-opening. So I'm not even sure who said this, but I really think it was Impy. I don't know if you know him. He's the football player that was paralyzed, because it's just a podcast, so it doesn't say names. But his voice sounded a lot like him. He said, everybody's asking God for cake, but God has already given you all. Sorry, this was like a really big point. God has already given you all the ingredients that you need to make the most phenomenal, incredible cake ever. And you just have to put it together and do the work and mix it and bake it and watch it happen. He's already given you the cake. He just didn't give it to you in a cake. Mind blown. Okay, so then, I'm pretty emotional. So then, as I'm walking, and I start thinking about my life, and I start thinking about all the gifts that God has given me, which is so many. I mean, I couldn't even name them all because I'm afraid that I would leave something out. I mean, it's incredible, all the gifts. And he's also blessed me with so many talents. Like, there are so many things that I am great at. And I'm not saying that to brag because that's all God. I mean, he just gave that to me. And I don't have to work at so many things. But what I've found is this, and I always say everything happens for a reason. So last week, and see, this is why I'm emotional, because I kind of feel lost. Because For about, I would say, a good part of 6 or 7 years, CrossFit has been the be all to end all. Like, I adore CrossFit. Like, I'm certified to coach CrossFit. I have my CrossFit Kids cert. I love CrossFit. I have a CrossFit gym at my house. I mean, everything, I love it. I watch it. I know the people that do CrossFit better than I know, people in my own community. Like, I know about their life. I know everything about them. So I had to switch schools this year, and I'm really far away from my gym, very, very far. So I had to make the decision last week to not continue to be a part of my gym. Now, of course, I have my gym at home. I have that. But after I put my lupus into remission, I'm very big on goals. Anybody that knows me, I'm very big. I have books. I have them all written down. So I started thinking, and all of my goals for probably the last 5 years, my big goals, have been CrossFit related. They've been, become RX in the gym, make it to the Masters CrossFit Games, go to Wodapalooza. I mean, all of these huge goals, those are my BHAGs, the big, hairy, audacious goals. Not that I think that I'm able to do that, just that's what I've been pushing for. And so on my little walk, I realized that for probably the good part of 6 years, I have put myself in a place that I felt like I was less than because I could not meet those goals, because I could not be RX, which nobody cares but me, but I'm just saying, in my mind, I had put myself there. But then I realized when I thought back to the whole cake thing, that I feel guilty all the time because I can't be this up here on this pedestal in CrossFit, that I can't do the things that other people can do, that I just have a lot of limitations in that corner. And I realized in my recipe book that God wrote for me, He gave me amazing skills and talents. And even though I work really, really hard at being an athlete, athleticism is not something that I was gifted with. I have to work super, super hard at it. So as I'm walking, I realized that my big, hairy, audacious goal, even though it should be something that's still almost unattainable so that it pushes me, should probably be something that is at least in the wheelhouse of the skills and talents that God gave me, which is teaching and sharing knowledge and helping people. Those are, and technology, I mean, I don't know. I know that might not be, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that's from God, but I mean, I'm sure God knew that all this technology was going to be here, but it's just a knack for me. And that is God breathed. And I have been shoving that to the side and looking at that like that was second class or second hand. And yeah, I'm a great teacher. Yeah, I put all this time into it. Yeah, I give my heart and soul to that. But that's so easy because I don't have to work hard at that. But I realize that's exactly what God intended for me to have as this huge cake. And I have been, and I don't want to say that I've taken it for granted because I definitely have not. And the skills and talents that I have toward teaching and touching lives of the students that I teach has never been lost on me. I mean, it is just an ability that I have. But I'm just saying, I have certainly not set that as my highest goal, and I need to take that in, and I need to remember that and stop trying to be something that God did not intend me to be, because that's not, it's just damaging my self-worth. I'm always reaching something that I'm not able to do. And I'm not that I don't want to do things that I'm not great at, but that should not be the be-all, end-all goal of my life. So I don't know. I hope you don't think that that was just chattering. It's just something that as I was walking, God laid that on my heart that I felt like I needed to share with you. And so there it is. I hope you have an epic rest of your day. Love you.